It is Sunday, it's the 25th of March 2018. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I've been grinding my ass off when it comes to doing a bit of arena. I want to get those arena crystals, I want to get those units. I also want to get some 5-star and 4-star shards. I don't think I'm going to get any 6-star shards, but either way, the grind is real and the grind is on. Hopefully as well I can get a kingpin and I do the awakening there. So yeah, a lot of positives from this weekend can be taken. Granted, there's not a new champion in, but still, it's all good. And we've got a couple of kind of like stories to cover, so let's jump into the video. First story up, and just to kind of like give a lot more support to these guys, the unofficial Marvel Contest of Champions podcast. If you're not familiar, you should get involved and kind of get interested by these guys because they're doing some great stuff week in and week out. Usually it's about Eastern time at 6 or 7 p.m, which kind of looks in shape and form about like 11 p.m. midnight when it comes to the UK and GMT. But still, you can always catch their SoundCloud uploads of the podcast, which are fantastic. So like I said, go over and give them a lot of support, give it a listen, play the game and listen as well. And if you're thinking about kind of like talking with these guys and interacting, there's also involvement with the guys to Discord. And yeah, I just can't recommend these guys enough. And hopefully I'll be back on that podcast at a later date. At the moment, it looks like it could be April, but I'll keep you posted on that one. And our second story is all about Marvel Insider. It's another friendly reminder, guys. If you want to get your points, make sure that you're putting in for your events being completed. We've only got a small amount of time before this kind of expires. Well, you know, we've got a good 10 days plus, but I'm always about trying to like get this done as quickly as possible and then getting and doing some arenas, kind of grind out some stuff. Whatever you're doing in the game, if you're thinking about getting some stuff done, just do a kind of a normal, do a beginner, and obviously complete your heroic in order to kind of access these great points. Also, the Jessica Jones based stuff is on there at the moment activity wise. I can imagine this will go fairly quickly and fairly soon. As well, look out for the comic book stuff because that will kind of like change and alternate quite regularly. So make sure that you're kind of reading and watching all these things that are going to give you those points, because points mean prizes. Our third story is all about this post in particular here, and this is a forum post that I quite liked. Not many of these kind of get supported, and I think they really should, because a lot of people spend a lot of time and effort to kind of craft something with regards to say what they'd like from champions in the game, rather than just saying, I would like Joe Blogs in, or I'd like this character for whatever reason. This person went a bit further. Obviously, their name is Ivanka Humpalot. You know, shout out to anybody that's a fan of Austin Powers or any kind of innuendos with names. But yeah, the post is actually really well crafted, and we've got like looks at different characters. Nimrod in particular. Let's talk about Domino. What they'd like from Thanos when he's put in when it comes to next month, or the month after, actually being May. But I really think this is worth a kind of an amazing shout out, because time and effort is put into some, and even like it is said in there by someone that commented, oh well, Kabam are probably not going to read this and kind of give it much attention, and he even responds back, he or she responds back and even says like, oh yeah, you know, I know that, but I'm just doing it because I like it. And that's the thing, if you're passionate about your craft, then and what you do, then that's amazing and shows some great spirit. Our fourth story is all about kind of a revisiting a post. If you're familiar with what we talked about last time with the UAE, we're experiencing issues of login, which were sort of being associated with T-Mobile and kind of an issue, a cellular issue with them. It seems that the connection issues are now extended, and there's also, you know, issues with Dubai and it not being squarely at T-Mobile, and this seemed to be a very kind of isolated thing with T-Mobile, but it's been expanded to a couple of other networks, especially ones that kind of offer like lower speed but maybe a little bit more affordable. After much testing, it seems that it's been squared as a kind of a blame to the cellular company or broadband company called Etisalat, and even though ongoing testing is happening, Kabam have kind of like wiped their hands with regards to this and left it squarely with the community to get hold of this provider to see what's going on. Many of our Middle Eastern brothers and sisters have contacted that particular cellular company or broadband company, and they have said that they are not blocking the app Marvel Contest of Champions, and in particular they're able to run other apps or other games. So it is very suspicious and very weird what is actually going on for them at the moment. The biggest point everyone seems to be making is that since the February update, there has been ongoing issues for these guys. So I think there's a real hope and kind of a prayer that next month when we hit the April update, or maybe it's the late March update depending on how they're working things, that we see our brothers and sisters in Dubai, in the Middle East, get everything sorted so they can log in and kind of play the game with no problems. Kabam are yet to respond to any of the kind of further points made after Kabam videos his post, so hopefully it is rectified soon. And our final story, and hoping that there's no further lighting failure, which does happen, but I'm going to keep calm and I'm going to carry on. We have got the mined information that we're going to see an Iron Man movie. This is something that a lot of us did predict when it came to the kind of the loads of question marks and the kind of the new puzzle for 2018. So it is good to see an Iron Man movie kind of setup. And at the same time, we're going to see a Thanos movie as well. I've got my own theories based on this. Like, obviously, movie is going to be kind of removed as a title, so it's going to be Iron Man. It's either going to be a case it's going to go like Mark something or other, so it's going to be Mark X. But I also have this kind of other theory, and that based on the film Black Panther, where they're now, you know, sharing tech between us, it seems that there will be a sharing of tech, I think, to Iron Man, and in order to like withstand the amount of pain that he has been seen in the trailer for Infinity Wars, I think that that metal that the suit is made of is actually vibranium. And you could probably say that that could be Iron Man Wakanda armor, or Mark W. There could be some link there that will put back to Wakanda, because he wouldn't be able to kind of withstand any kind of barrage when it comes to Thanos unless he was wearing Wakanda-based armor. The next thing is that with Thanos, like, how is that going to be shape and form? We knew that we were going to have things with regards to the Infinity Gauntlet with the champion. But will this be an end boss? Will this be a character that you can get? So like featured crystals are going to be insane. And for both of them, what are we going to see? We're going to see a tech that can actually withstand so much more punishment, and at the same time get regeneration as well as deliver huge amounts of damage. The big want that we've had for the contest and having an Iron Man suit that can withstand the might of things like Labyrinth of Legends. But who knows with that? And the same thing with Thanos. Like, are we going to see Infinity Gems? Are we going to see that signature ability be associated with that? Is he going to bring the pain? And are we going to be able to kind of go, right, well, I'm going to go for this guy because he's going to be able to do Labyrinth of Legends as well. Either way, this is incredibly exciting for the contest, and it does solidify a theory that I had in a previous video where I thought that the Infinity Wars will actually kind of go over several months. So part 1 and part 2 is probably going to end the game. And will this then branch over for several more months, or will they revisit this when it comes to the part 2 of Infinity Wars in 2019 or 2020? I can't remember when the part 1 and part 2 is, but obviously part 1 is going to be next month. So that's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Sunday. Hopefully you're going to have a great week coming into next week. It's like Easter holiday, so if anybody is enjoying like Good Friday and stuff, I'm hoping to put a load more videos out next week, so do look out for them. As well as some kind of like spoiler things and some other stuff, and kind of developing a few kind of like comedy ideas, and finally get Marvel Contest of Champions Memes 3 done, which I so wanted to do. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've been RichTheMan. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe for Marvel Contest of Champions based content, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.